Blazing the scene.
Blazing the scene. What's up? What's up? Episode 12.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, and we got right here with us Mr. Derek McFarland.
The one, the only.
Oh, yeah. He goes by many names.
The Granny Killer.
The Grandma Slayer.
Pocket change whiskey.
Pocket change whiskey.
Like
Big D.
Yeah, Big D. The
Yeah.
grandmas know him as Big D.
Yeah.
But Derek McFarland here in the house. Pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank
How you
you.
feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. I was gonna, do some other stuff before I came here, but decided not to do that.
That's usually the best plan. Is get your stuff done you need to before you come here.
I had plenty of time. Feeling really good though. I've got the show tonight with Jill Kimmel, so I'm like excited about that. And it's been a while since I've done one of my own shows, so I'm actually kind of nervous.
Oh, you're performing tonight?
Yeah, I'm actually hosting.
Nice.
Yeah, because the last 2 times that I've done a monthly show, I haven't been able, I got booked on something else, so it's starting to piss me off. You know?
Yeah, absolutely getting in the way.
Yeah.
So that's awesome to be hosting. You're a great host.
Thank you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You've done some good hosting gigs lately.
Yeah.
You've been getting it.
Yeah, it's exciting, dude.
Yeah, who's like at the clubs? Who's all of the big comics that you've hosted for so far?
I've hosted for Natasha Leggero. I've hosted for Bernadette Polly. I featured for Fahim Anwar, which at the time when I did that, I didn't even know who he was, which I'm really pissed off about that looking back, because I was like so new and I shouldn't have even been featuring, and somehow I got a feature spot, and I was like, wish I could have done better. I had a better opportunity, that was a sick, to be featuring for that guy would have been pretty amazing. It still was, but
yeah, but to realize what
after the fact, I'm like, fuck, that's the guy.
I hosted this guy, Dave Chappell?
Shaples or something. I don't know. He's bald black guy. He's hilarious. Have you ever heard of him? I think he's an up and comer.
Who's your favorite open for, or featured for, or host for?
Favorite to host for was Natasha Leggero for sure. I got to hang out with her in the green room, and she was just like, she took off her shoes and was like laying on the couch writing in her notebook. And I was like, she's super relaxed before headlining. She's like, do you guys want something to eat? We should get chicken wings. Really cool to hang out with her. So
it
really
must have been an awesome experience.
Yeah, it was great. Talked about just personal shit. They gave me some joke ideas.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's super dope.
Actually, that joke that I do now about the 63-year-old lady, that was because I was just telling that story to Natasha, and she's like, why are you not saying this on stage?
Yeah.
And then I fucking told a few other people, and I just put it on stage, and it's like getting really good.
Oh yeah.
And it's dope to see you growing and moving up.
Thanks, man.
When I started, you were one of the first people I saw. I was like, oh, he's kind of like a figurehead in the comedy scene.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing Castaway, and then Catalina's, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
It had its run. It was good. I'm like,
it's more like rest in slices.
Yeah. Rips and pieces.
Yeah. Man, but that was Catalina's was one of my favorite mics to hit.
Yeah,
it
really was. It was a good hang. It was a great vibe. A good amount of hecklers,
Yeah.
Perfect recipe for great comedy growth.
It was a perfect recipe for disaster, which always makes for great comedy growth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's got some fun Catalina's experience.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about that place was that the people who ran the bar didn't give a fuck so much that we could really push the envelope.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about that room.
Yeah.
It was so.
Well, it was
and they had free appetizers.
Yeah.
Free appetizers were a big sell to a bunch of hungry comedians.
Yeah. Yeah. Free apps, cheap beers. I got fucked up there a lot.
Yeah. Oh, pocket change whiskey. You just see 5 glasses in front of him at the table.
You see the progression from the beginning.
And he's looking at the list and he just keeps flipping it over fuck, this many people still?
Yeah. This feels like I've been here for hours. I just started because I get there at 5:30 and set up, and I'm like, I might as well start knocking them back now.
Dude, it was always a fun I'm happy that I got to grow starting off there.
Dude, that room is probably in the 4 years that I ran that, like I've seen a lot of really good comics start there.
Yeah.
Like start there. And that is like probably the best feeling that I ever got from running that whole mic. Is watching people go up for their first time and then continue to and then go hit other mics.
Yeah.
But like that was the place where they started.
Yeah.
So that's like totally worth every bit of it.
It scared me. I did my first time there, and then I took like a 2-week break from there because I'm like, I'm not ready for that yet. Yeah, because I did my first mic was a Tuesday night, but it was at Grand Ave. Yeah, and then so I was just doing like Grand Ave. I was almost like when I first started, I was only doing like 1 mic a night. Yeah. And then now it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. That's how it starts because you don't know.
It doesn't matter where you do the mic.
Yeah. Now it's like, oh, shitty room. Excellent.
How did you find your first mic? Like how did you go about doing it?
Trevor Skies for me.
No, you know what? Brian Ritchie was the one who told me to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was friends with one of my friends, and so my friend had asked him like, oh, you know, where to go.
Oh.
And so that's where he told me.
That's good. That's actually a really good way to.
So then I would go to Grand. I hung out at Grand for like 2 or 3 weeks before I did my first set.
Yeah.
But and then I was just like asking people where the other mics were, and then I found out about Trevor Skies, and then.
That's really good, actually. Like, just hearing you say that makes me want to give that advice to comics. Like, if you're ever gonna start, go and watch a mic a few times before you get up, so you can see what it's like.
Absolutely, yeah.
The week before I started comedy, I went to like a mic every single night.
Yeah.
Just to see what it looked like, how it was running, how long everyone did.
That's smart.
Kind of gave me some more extra confidence. Well, not much extra when I started.
Yeah, it was. But it's like it's also like it's like helps with the nerves too. If you take like that, like I'm just gonna hang and see what it's like first, because like once you see enough people bomb, it's like it doesn't really matter what I do up here.
Yeah,
you know, it's like this is just going up.
Once you see a couple crazy people go on, all right.
Yeah,
I can get better than
it's
that.
Intimidating.
Yeah,
it's intimidating when you see somebody have like a great set and you're like, oh shit, like, especially if you have to follow them.
I can't do this.
Yeah, but it's like, but you get over it. But that's like I feel like that's the best. Like, if you have any thoughts about it, that's just number one. You should just go start hanging and figuring out where they're at.
Yeah.
That actually happened by accident with the first time that I went up. Well, maybe not by accident, but I didn't know that. Like, I went to the Hidden House whenever that was like still going on, which was probably like not even knowing. Like, I looked it up online. I Googled comedy open mics, and I just found like a place that was close to where I lived, and it just happened to be Hidden House.
Yeah.
And I found like the times, so I just walked in one night, and I didn't know it was a booked mic. I just thought I could like show up and go up.
Yeah. Like everyone.
Classic mistake.
Yeah, like everyone.
So Jamie Sanders had the list, and they're like, "Oh, go talk to that guy." And I said, "Hey, like, I looked this open mic up online. I was wondering if I could get on." And he's like, "Not today, but he's like, just watch the show today and come back next week." And he's like, "I'll put you on the waiting list." And I went back next week, and he's like, "Yeah, nobody dropped out, but just hang out and watch the show." And he's like, "I'll book you for the next one." And then the third one, he put me up. So he like made me come to
he wanted to see how dedicated you were.
Yeah.
And then he also put ass in the seat.
How'd your first set go?
It was really bad and good. Like I had written, like, because I was waiting for 3 weeks to go up. So I was like writing shit like all the time. And I wrote what I thought was 5 minutes. Classic. But it was like 3 pages. Like, and I memorized it. And I fucking like did 3 pages of material. Some of it did not hit at all. And some of it hit. Like, I had so much material that I actually had some jokes that were hitting. Like, for my first time.
Like, joke to error ratio.
Yeah.
Jokes out, some of them are bound to hit.
I ended up doing like 10 or 15 minutes, like, for a 5-minute open mic or whatever.
Oh, my God.
The machine gun of comedy.
Yeah, dude.
It was like fishing with a net.
Like, well, I'm doing pretty good. Oh, no, I'm not. Well, yeah, I am kind of. I don't know.
So you did 15 minutes your first set?
Yeah,
ever?
something like that.
God.
Yeah.
I could only do like 3 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yeah,
that was it.
3 minutes was rough.
Yeah, like I wrote a bunch. I thought I wrote more material, and once it actually translates like on stage.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
You gotta cut so much shit out.
Well, no, I just like didn't have that much. I didn't have as much as I thought.
Yeah.
And I was like, I knew it was gonna be close, but I was like, fuck it, I can't wait anymore. I'm like, I gotta see if this works. You know, I'm like, I'm itching to do it. So I was like,
good, man. Most people are afraid. Like, most people will spend all of their time doing the writing, but never get on stage.
Yeah.
And like, you gotta jump in. You can't wait
for the right time. For like 2 months before I started.
I wrote for 2 years before I did my
Really?
Yeah.
And all you had was 3 minutes.
It was all garbage because I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah. You know, like, but yeah, it was like, it took me that long. Like, I had a screenshot on my phone that I found. I screenshot Stand Up Live having an open mic in like 2016.
Oh, shit.
And I put that going.
Oh, yeah. That would have been a great fucking first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I feel like that's the last place I'd want to do.
Now knowing,
I was at
Toso's,
and I was rubbing my belly because I was so nervous. Like, it was just, I couldn't.
But I mean, if you think about it,
couldn't
like,
open my eyes.
If you continue to do comedy and you think back on your first time being at Stand Up Live, like your first open mic, you're like, I didn't even realize what the fuck was happening.
Yeah. Time, I don't know. That'd been intimidating though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people I see that do new faces,
they get so nervous.
I don't see them after that.
Yeah, because there's this misconception. Like, they think that it's something that it's not. Like, oh, all I gotta do if I want to be a famous comedian is like go do this New Faces show, and I get big crowds and like, but you're not really doing it, you know? You're just getting a big crowd and you're kind of like, you're getting a taste of the experience, but you're not really.
Yeah, it's a false taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's easy to do well in that crowd, especially like when you have 15 people that have never done a set going one after each other, after each other, after each other.
But then you think that you don't have anything to improve on.
Yeah.
You're like, I did so good for my first time. I'm a natural.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to write anymore. I'm just
I got laughs my first set, and then my next set I did not. And it was very soul-crushing.
Yeah.
I did my first nude faces, and then I crushed it, and then I went to Devil's Advocate the next day. And
Ooh, that's a rough one too.
It was my first time at Devil's too, and I think it was Ben Anderson brought me on. He's like, "This guy crushed it at the New Faces show last night." Like, brought me up with like all these false promises. I ate it for 5 minutes
this
straight.
This guy is changing comedy.
When I won,
then I came back harder.
When I won my Kearley's Yearly Award, like that's how everybody was bringing me up, and it was just like, oh, son of a bitch, like bringing me up as the best new comic, and I'm just like,
you should have just worn it around your neck.
I was like, this is just, I'm like, this is so awful, because it's like people are like, oh, he's about to kill it, and I'm just like, fuck, what if I'm having an off night, you know,
We're working new stuff.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens, where they pump you up, the host pumps you up, and then you're trying new stuff at the open mic. And then
that's kind of like a funny title, because whoever they pass it on to next, you're going to be like, yeah, good luck. Enjoy that. Yeah, enjoy that fucking trophy.
It's different. Like, It's weird that you can win something and people rub it in your face. It's very weird. Yeah, it's a different community, you know.
Yeah,
I think it comes from good places.
It does. Yeah.
It's like
it makes it harder.
A playful fucking joust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just taking fun jousts at each other.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
This is great though. Like, you know, most of the people can take it, but can't, then they're obviously
open mics, I feel like it's kind of just free game. Just, if you want to fuck around, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
As long as you're working something out.
I was so happy the first Sunday back from LA, and I brought up Tristan at Grand Ave, and then you brought him up the same way as to. Oh my god, that's so fucking dude, that was so. I'll never forget his face when he realized he shouldn't have told us that.
He was upstairs too. He's like, you hear him call down like a sitcom. Like, you guys doing nicknames down there? Yeah, we are.
The three of us plus Dead Bubs and Tristan Bowling, aka Tuberculosis. We all went to LA together and did a show, and then we were all just like, everybody was getting nicknames except for Dustin because he left.
I missed out. I had responsibilities. I had a show here. I had to be back.
Yeah, he had 5 minutes.
None of these guys were booked, apparently. So
we our unbooked asses stayed at the Comedy Store and
but
had a blast, and we got to see Chris Rock perform while this guy was sleeping.
Yeah,
like a piece of shit.
Sorry. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
To maintain a perfect record of never dropping out of a show, yes.
Okay.
For my integrity.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I got a free burger and like 4 free beers.
Nice.
Well,
I got like 50.
Well, we got $4.50 burger plus a beer.
Yeah.
Burger, fries, and beer.
Yeah,
and it's really good. Yeah.
And then,
and
then Tristan farted.
It's this train restaurant, right? And Tristan, I actually have a picture of Tristan fart. He tried to fart in the trash can. Yes. Like, you know, the little, like the tall ones with the little flat. So he's trying to fart in the trash can, and it stings up the train. And there's an exit right behind us. Like literally like 4 or 5 feet. And instead of just turning around and walking out, he walks all the way across the drain and just fucking crop dusts everyone.
People are turning around.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just a fart. It was like he shouldn't have done that inside at all.
Yeah.
And it was like a small like boxcar
in a train.
You
never fart in a train. That's just,
people.
That's just
like,
a rule.
It tasted disgusting.
It's one of those ones where you want to punch somebody like for doing it, but you're like, you know.
You can punch Tristan.
Nah.
Every punch would miss.
Yeah.
He's just got like Jim Carrey the mask moves.
He wouldn't even look like he was moving. Everything would miss.
But yeah, you missed out, and you didn't get a nickname, so in your face.
We tried coming up with a nickname for you after, but it just didn't work.
Yeah, Derek's already on his second nickname since LA. Like,
I know. I'm just like a cool dude. No one needs to give me a nickname. I'm just me.
Aww.
Thanks, Derek.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, you kind of created your own nickname for a little while. Like, everybody just kept calling you Same Shirt. Same shirt.
I got other shirts.
Yo, from now on, call Dustin Same Shirt.
I'm gonna call him.
Sometimes you like a shirt and you wear it. Some people don't have fashion.
Shirt squared.
Yo, what's up, shirt?
Double shirt.
I'm sorry, these guys have never worn the same shirt twice.
You can tell he's trying to think of some smart action to say because his lips are flexing, but nothing's coming out.
Motherfucker. You gotta wear the good shirt.
I feel like Dustin's closet just looks like a cartoon characters.
It does.
It's got the same shirt, the same snapback, and the same pair of Dickies attached.
I'm recognizable, that's what. Anytime you see Dickies, you're gonna think me.
That's true. Anytime I think of Dick, I think of you.
Why are you thinking about my dick?
Oh, not yours.
I mean, that's kind of what you said.
No, I'm just calling you a dick.
Nah, dude. I am a dick.
Dude.
I am a dick. But see, we told you that
I'm a dick butt.
Dude, I heard at that late night show, the 1 o'clock show. Who runs it again?
Lamar Mitchell Jr.
Lamar Mitchell Jr.
No,
No, Jr.
J.
Oh,
period.
shit.
R.
Okay.
Period.
Not bad.
Yeah. No,
could have got fucked up or something.
Oh yeah. You don't call a guy bigger than you, Junior.
Yeah. Alright.
But yeah, dude, the late night show is dope.
Yeah.
It is literally the only the only pure urban room that we have here in Arizona. So it's like an experience outside of Arizona, you know. And they're fucking rough.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
heard
fun.
about it. I heard it's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, you gotta fuck up Patches.
Yeah.
The Patches is the resident heckler.
I heard about her. She plays pool, right?
No one plays pool.
No one plays pool.
That's not what I was told though. Like somebody told me about her.
Like they play pool, but not during comedy.
Oh,
They respect the show.
Yeah.
Like don't like when I say it's like a rough room. It's like it's because if you're not funny,
they'll let you know.
oh yeah, they're gonna let you know.
Good.
Yeah.
I fucking need to know that shit.
Yeah.
I heard he does a roast battle open mic.
They
like,
just
before the show.
started it. Yeah.
I think that's the best way to do it.
Oh yeah.
Just a show of roast.
Dude, if you, regardless of the audience, like what's going on for them from a comedic standpoint, it is a show that is all about growth. If you're like if you go and you're like, okay, well obviously I could tell I'm not ready for a room like this. Boom, now you know. And like roasting too, like not everybody can roast. Not everybody wants to roast. Not everybody has to go the roasting route. I, for one, love the roast. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing it.
I want to jump up there and fucking do some roasting.
Oh, yeah,
you know
dude, it's so much fun, yeah.
It's good. I don't think, like, preparing for a roast, like, ahead of time is really, like, a good way to do it, because then you overthink it.
Yeah.
But, like, if you just go up and you just start roasting somebody, you just do what comes to your mind, and do real quick, get some exercises in.
That's what it's like, keeping the comedy muscle sharp.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, like, when have you been at a mic and not either been roasted or been a part of roasting somebody? You know, like it's bound to happen.
The mics you're not at. The mics
Good
when Josh
roast
isn't there are very peaceful, very productive environment. Everyone writes.
This piece of shit. Listen to this is the guy. This is the guy who doesn't know how to ever turn. He's always trying to roast and jab. Like now he's like a mechanic. Like when we were at the Pitch a Tent festival.
Yeah.
He wouldn't shut off, and I was just like, I looked at him and I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm not roasting right now.
Oh.
Yeah, because he wouldn't stop. He was just like going. Yeah.
Because Josh was too fucked up to roast.
Yeah.
It wasn't because he didn't want to roast.
Oh wait, was it after the roast or was it just like hanging out?
We weren't even roasting.
Oh shit!
He was just he wouldn't shut the fuck off.
Well, at least you can tell him like, hey, shut it off. You know
it was
what I
their
mean?
first rate.
But it wasn't even like just to us.
Yeah.
It was to everybody there. He was
people.
he was on one being just a fucking asshole, just a royal asshole. Yeah, he was just like, we had to keep telling people.
It was a raid. It was my environment.
We had to explain our friend. We're like, we're comics. He's just roasting because he thinks he's being funny.
Nah, it was hilarious.
Dude, I want to go to one of those so bad, man. Like I heard it was great. I really
absolutely. Yeah, we definitely need help setting up the tent next year.
Yeah,
let's put our shit in.
Fucking count me in, dude. Count me in. I'm down.
Next time we can just keep everything in we'll just bring a bunch of plastic containers so they don't get wet, and that's where we'll just keep our shit. So we're not gonna sleep.
Hell yeah. I'll bring my stories. I have stories for the fire. It'll be great, you guys.
I went to sleep. Dustin's like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay up. I was like, what?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And then Bubba woke me up and he's like, hey, the show got moved back. You can keep sleeping. I was like, cool. Yeah, it was nice. Dude, it was so, because we were supposed to do it at 1, right? Yeah.
Got
three.
Got an extra hour.
3 was perfect.
I got a total hour of sleep.
Did you?
It was like an hour, 2 hours.
Dude, he was telling me about like this festival that he used to go to in Vegas, dude, where like 3 days he wouldn't really sleep at all.
EDC.
Yeah.
Crazy Carnival.
Like shit.
It's crazy. 150,000 people, no sleep for. There's no curfews in Vegas, so party. It doesn't. The event doesn't stop till 5, 6 in the morning, and then you get back on the strip and all the casinos are still running.
That sounds amazing.
So everyone just stays partying.
It sounds like you gotta like what's the recovery time on that?
It's like a month. Regular.
3 days for a month is not for me.
No, it's like 5 days because you always want to come a day early and leave a day late because nothing's worse than driving 5 hours after.
Easy math is a week per day.
Yeah.
Pretty
much what he's saying.
It is a week per day.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Yeah. It sounds pretty amazing. I mean,
It's insane.
You would have to like prepare. I mean, unless you just go there and get fucked up, like I would prepare to do it.
Oh yeah, you could definitely want to. I
get in the right frame of mind, get everything ready, you know.
Well, you got to get into the right frame of mind.
Yeah,
last time I went, we just had a room with we got a room that an oven and a refrigerator, so we were able to get our own groceries.
That's always the best, when you could just cook. Yeah, I love getting rooms.
You can bring
with
open
fucking kitchens.
You can have containers of alcohol out on the strip, so we just bought beer.
Dude, that's
kept it in the bag.
You hit Costco on your way out of town. Get the big case of beer. Get the big Costco vodka.
I don't have a Costco card.
Oh, white people.
Yeah. Use somebody else's, man.
Yeah.
Check that shit.
I don't need that.
I'm sorry, sir. This isn't you on the back of this Costco card. We're gonna have to ask you to leave Costco.
That's his 20% native. He's like, we're not allowed on the white reservation.
You know what I bet might even work?
The Costco's the white reservation.
Yeah. They come in there. They blocked us out of their cheap prices. Their affordable bulk items.
They had a bountiful harvest and I can't even get in.
No, thank you.
But Sam's Club.
Yeah, that's like, that's like a white people Costco, or what is that?
No,
it's
like a white trash Costco.
White trash Costco.
Yeah,
okay, that makes more sense.
Sam's Club.
Nah, it's a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's why he's a barber.
We go to a club. You guys go to a corporation, a company.
Yeah.
You trust businessmen with your goods. We trust Sam.
Yeah, just
Sam is the owner of Walmart. You
just walking around smoking a cigarette.
No, it's Sam's club.
Yo, fuck that. Yeah.
Nah, dude.
Walmart's like the type of place if you're there and you see somebody stealing, you're just like, here.
Yeah.
You see somebody what?
Stealing. You're just like,
yeah.
here. Yeah, do what you want.
I'm sure they account for it in their inventory. They're like 50% of this is going missing.
Yeah. They probably make more money off of stolen items.
Dude, one time
I get insurance on every pack of crayons.
I paid a cashier to let me steal a video game one time because they had them behind glass. And I was like, the game was like...
I paid him $75 to let me steal a $50 video game.
He's like, I saved $5 to steal it.
No, it was like...
guys, I got
it was
steal.
a game and then the wireless plug for the old Xbox 360s, like the wireless plug-in. So it was like $100.
Okay.
And I gave him 50 and he like took it out of the glass and left it on a shelf. And I just took it in the bathroom and ripped open the case.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like, he's stealing something that he half paid for.
That's like,
he's doing more work than you ever should with paying for it.
That's the ultimate point.
Yeah, like if you got busted, what do you say? I paid for this.
But that's the thing though, like I had an insider. Like I had
That is the definition of white thievery.
Yeah.
It's like, I stole it, but I paid for it.
I paid for it.
The goal of the insider is that he takes the product and he puts it outside for you.
Yeah.
He makes it easily accessible. Now you're just stealing on top of paying.
You're losing half the profit.
Yeah.
But
oh man,
it's security.
that's a good fucking point. God damn it, dude. Well, I was only 18, so I was like, whatever, live and learn. I was halfway there.
Yeah.
You're ensuring you're not caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, for $50, I feel like he should have given you a receipt. And you walk right out the front door.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or at least a soda.
Yeah, you just paid him $50 for him to be slightly irresponsible.
I didn't know who the fuck that guy is.
He's like, I get 4 write-ups a year. It's no biggie.
Like, $50 write-up, worth it.
I get a $200 bonus every year.
Yeah.
Derek's like, let me tell you about my big heist.
I have a proposition for you, London man.
If we go to the bank and give them 50 grand, they'll let us take 100 grand.
That's more of a loan, though.
All we have to do is pay him half of the money. We'll do all the work.
First we go in, we case the joint, we count how many people are there, and we divide that by 50 grand.
How the fuck did you get that deal? I've got an insider.
All I do is pay the actual price for it, and I walk right out the front. No questions asked.
He's like, you ever use a digital coupon and feel like a thief?
Buy one, steal one, am I right? Buy one, get one free.
I used to remember Circuit Cities.
You're just like, suckers.
They're just sitting at home. He's like, what a fucking idiot.
Just laugh maniacally in my car with all the little...
Someone's
checking his bank account. Only 50?
Someone's turning around in his driveway. He's at the blinds, all freak out. He's like, shit. I got a buy one, get one hot dog earlier today. I didn't pay for the second one.
He's like, how could I have been at the store stealing a video game when I have a ripped tongue?
I'm so glad I told you guys about that.
Oh, yeah, no, that is...
It's already brought so much joy to this day.
You brought some joy to someone's day, and
Yeah.
it's bringing joy to your day.
Yeah.
You need a break. You need a day off.
Right.
Too much joy in my life.
Yeah. I gotta take some suffering every once in a while.
You guys ever been too happy?
Am I right?
You guys remember Circuit City?
Yeah.
I used to have a friend who worked there, and he's like clockwork. Every like Saturday, these two dudes would walk in, and they'd put a piece of paper over their plate, and they would just both come in and just stack a bunch of shit on top of PlayStations and Xboxes, and then just grab the whole stack and just walk right out.
Wait, a piece of paper on their plate?
No. They would stack like games and controllers and stuff on top of a case, like a bunch of like PS, like PlayStations and Xboxes, like the boxes.
Yeah.
They would just grab the whole stack and just walk out.
What?
Yeah. And they weren't allowed to do anything about it.
Holy
So they would
shit.
just always just like clockwork show up, and just walk out and drive off.
Holy shit.
Man, they stole the right system.
No, they'd take them all, bro. They were just they were running. They were having the best hustle they've ever had. Like, they were like two dudes coming in and grabbing like 3-4 systems with a bunch of shit on top. Yeah, just walking casually out, like not even concerned because they know nobody's gonna do anything. And now Circuit City's out of business.
Circuit City's probably like, we're not gonna file these reports. We're leaving anyways.
Yo, when was the last, do you ever drive by a Best Buy and wonder how it's still in business?
Sometimes, yeah.
I used to work at Best Buy.
It's almost like a vintage store.
Yeah, like when was the last time you went to a Best Buy on purpose?
The last time I went was like a year ago.
Yeah.
To
If
like
I just
a
randomly-
stereo for my car. I was gonna have them put a stereo in real quick because that's like the only thing I wanted from there.
Yeah. God, I can't even remember the last time I went.
There's like the random item here or there that I'll need from a Best Buy, but it's very...
It's sad going in there because the people working there aren't gonna have a job for very long.
I used to work at the Best Buy in Casa Grande, and it's closed down since.
Well, it's Casa Grande.
Yeah, I know.
It's a shocker.
Dude, I used to work at
Casa Grande
Blockbuster.
employees
Oh,
not the best
wow.
When
employees.
they were going out of business, I worked at Blockbuster when they were shutting down.
You must have stolen quite the collection.
Oh, like they were giving it away. You didn't even
Yeah.
have to steal. Like
Yeah,
I was
so-
allowed to take whatever movies I wanted.
But
He was at-
they're giving them away, but he was
I was
still
like,
stuffing them in his
"Here's
backpack
10
laughing
bucks."
like he was stealing them.
With a Game of Thrones thrown at home in Blockbuster cases.
Dude, yeah. Fuck. Me and my brothers used to rent video games on my dad's credit card and then not return them and keep them. And we
did that a
we
few
thought
times.
we were like, haha, Blockbuster. My dad's just paying $80 for this shit. Like he gets like his credit card gets charged. Fucking
remember,
stupid,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I did that shit a couple times.
You get yelled at because you kept the game so
Yeah.
long, you just have to buy it.
Yep.
But it's like, what's my dad gonna do? Not go rent his movies from Blockbuster?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you got to pay that fee before they'll let you rent again.
Yeah.
Oh, what a fucking hustle.
Uh,
Oh, Bro, you remember just walking in and just seeing a whole wall of the movie you want to watch, and all the movies are gone. It's just like the fronts. Just
Wait, did you notice it's just another form of paying to steal something? You just, my dad shot me. You just pay people and then they give you things.
Yeah.
My
Just
favorite
like,
form of
yeah.
stealing is by partially paying.
I don't even have to steal.
It's a sign of good faith.
Yeah.
I do most of my stealing in increments of time.
Man, I used to love Blockbuster. I used to love renting games from back when they were on cartridges because someone else's save file.
Oh,
already
yeah,
on them.
yeah.
It's like, I started and I already have everything.
Mhm.
So I only got a week. I'm not gonna be able to beat this in a week.
Yeah.
That's the
You're
hustle.
obligated. Yeah, you're obligated. You don't do nothing else besides like your friends. Hey, you want to go do something? Bro, I just rented a game.
Yeah.
What are you what the fuck are you
They're
talking
like,
about? I just rented a game.
I gotta
Like,
return it in 2 days.
Should we come watch you play?
Yeah.
And you're,
But you're not gonna get a turn. I gotta get through
Yeah,
this.
deep down you're like, I don't
Oh,
want you
yeah.
over because you're gonna want to start a game on here.
Yeah, fuck that, man. Just close yourself in and just go to work.
Gotta grind through it.
Yeah, you guys. I know this dude's a hardcore gamer.
I
He's
love
way.
games.
Did you ever rage break your controllers?
Nah, I never roach broke anything. Roach broke. For those that don't know, roach is the past tense of rage.
I've never roge broken.
Oh, you bougie bitch. I've never rosed before, but occasionally I've been known
I'm feeling a bit randy.
to get a little prissy.
Sometimes I just feel the energy.
Sorry guys, I'm a little high class.
I
I have a whole apartment in my podcast studio.
Sometimes you just have to be a barbarian, you know? You just have to get it out.
No, I never got into that shit. Definitely had a lot of friends that got pissed off playing games.
Oh, I always used to hate the person who would get up and reset the system before you won, so that way you couldn't say you won. Yeah.
Or while you're playing
Or they'd pause it and then quit, and it's like, oh, you Pete.
Or they unplug your controller and then just beat the shit out of you when you're playing a game against them.
Pieces of shit, dude. Fuck that.
I used to do that shit. I would pause the game when someone went to go to the restroom, and then I'd unplug their controller, and they'd come back, and you'd be all ready, and then I'd be like, "You ready?" And then I'd pause it. And just
Me and my old roommate used to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 a lot, right? And so we had like house trophies. Whoever was winning had their shit on the TV stand, right? And so I would always murk him in, like, the more kills you got, the better weapons you got.
Yeah.
So I was always killing him, so I was getting the better weapons before him, so I was always staying advanced.
Yeah.
And one day I left and I forgot something, and I came back like 7 minutes later, and I caught him. He was playing 2-player without me there and just killing my guy over so he could rank up and I wasn't there. I'm like, oh, bro, I caught you. What a fucking scoundrel. Yeah, I was like, bro, like that. Yeah, could you believe that?
Cheap.
So
not even fun.
The last time, so every once in a while we'll still play. Like, well, I'll go to his house and play, but
that's a good way to lose a game.
I'm left as the winner. Like, I'm winning right now.
Yeah, you're winning all the time for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, it's so dirty.
He loads up your save file. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Who would spend the time to do that? You know, he was just casually hanging out. I had a snack and shit, just flaying away.
Like,
and I walked in and he was like, I see him pause, and I'm like, yo,
caught him right.
Yeah. He was moving. He would either use my controller and run over to where he was, or he was just like swapping just over and over.
God, nah, not cool.
I don't know.
Dude, one time I was playing Madden.
Yeah, Dustin's totally
don't leave your controller alone.
Yeah.
How are you gonna get
No,
any satisfaction?
I was gone.
That,
He turned the game on while I was gone.
That's why you always have the save file on your system.
Yeah.
There's no satisfaction in that though. It's like an empty victory.
No, he's
kind
dirty.
of like paying
yeah.
for a stolen video.
Yeah, it's exactly. That's what they call me, Slick Dick McFarland.
Coming to a grandma near you.
Oh, I'll have to figure out something. I'm going to start hosting bingo night or something.
Oh, yeah. No, I already screenshotted your picture for Castaway Comedy, and I was already planning on making a meme to send you.
What is
The
it?
one of you and the daisies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you the meme. I'll make a meme and send it to you.
All right. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Sometimes we send each other pictures of people and we have a meme off.
Yeah.
The best one so far. I'm not even going to say their name, but there's a picture of them in pretty, like I didn't know they did this. They're in, like, pretty hardcore drag.
Yeah.
And Dustin came up with a really good But yeah, I don't even know how we came across the picture. It's crazy, but
If you send me a picture,
yeah,
I found Dead Bugs, one of his old MySpace pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he went researching on MySpace.
Oh, wow. Dude.
No, he came on our podcast, and I was like, it'd be funny if we like tagged his MySpace profile. But I was like, I want to make sure I go to his MySpace first, make sure it's not too super embarrassing in case someone goes there. Or to just make sure it's not there. So I thought they deleted everyone's shit.
Yeah,
Mine's gone.
Is it?
Yeah, but I found just one picture of him.
Damn.
But it's in his birthday book.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what we should do?
I haven't sent it out to any public places.
We
Just,
should.
We don't use them to embarrass people. We just,
no.
it's just fun.
This is for between you guys.
Yeah, and
I
the
just-
person in them.
Yeah, and the person. Yeah, then we send it to.
Oh, you sent it to them?
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
At least they know.
Yeah.
what's going
Yeah.
We gotta include them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's
That's the
not
best
funny
part.
unless
Yeah,
they
that's the
don't-
best part.
They have to feel the shame.
Yeah.
What's the point if they're not feeling it?
Yes.
Yeah, like the piss. He made a piss jug meme.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you find an actual piss jug or?
Really?
No, I mean,
You can say I did.
No,
Oh.
Yeah, that's as accurate as you can ask that question.
Yeah.
Yeah, in his living room.
That's as accurate as I can answer.
Yeah, in his living room. Yeah.
It's also
still
where the meme was
warm.
made.
It's still warm, man.
It wasn't sweet tea.
Or lemonade. Oh no!
Man,
oh,
I
you
wish
said
it
brown.
was.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember how dark you said it
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
And not like a full gallon.
Oh
Like KFC sweet.
Full.
God,
Like
kids.
full gallon.
Oh my god.
Like it was bottled like that.
Yeah, with the seal
It
resealed.
still had the seal on it.
Yeah, it was resealed.
I'm starting a new business.
Yeah.
People are gonna want to buy this. Trust me.
It's an inside joke for the comics only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know what's up.
I think though, if you like
Start
go,
comedy and you'll hear
if you,
about it.
if you go through the episodes though, there's plenty of little tidbits on it.
Easter eggs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Easter eggs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Piss Easter eggs.
Yeah. History.
Yeah, Pister eggs.
Yeah. What if one day you went outside and he was setting up like a drink stand and he had the jug?
Not buy it.
Yeah, kick his stand over.
I see Derek over there with the $5 bill.
Yeah.
He just walks off with it all shady.
He's like, how about I'm gonna pay you half price. I get a full cup and whatever smells on the table.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Take a full cup
Yeah.
and empty half of it.
Deal or never deal.
I know. I'm a tough customer.
All right, $10. You drive a hard bargain, my friend.
Yo, what if they hypothetical? What if like the front cup in beer pong had piss in it?
I would.
Now, world championship.
Yeah,
beer pong.
yeah.
I would say I would drink it, but then I wouldn't.
Like
I'd be
a shot,
"Nah,
just
fucking
a
drink it."
shot
No,
worth.
no.
Yeah, a shot glass worth of pee.
No.
Like, but winner.
What if
like,
it's your own pee?
Well, Now that you put it that way.
What's the grand prize?
Yeah. What's the prize?
Yeah, what's the prize?
What are we
We're gonna
talking
see the
here?
stakes here.
Like we won't let it be stale. Like it'll be just water in there.
We'll
And then
keep it
you
in the
gotta go.
refrigerator.
Yeah, then you gotta go at the end of the game.
Can I
you gotta
season
go.
the rim?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could salt it
Yeah.
and then piss in it. Or
Yeah.
piss. Yeah. You have
I'll
to do it that way.
probably-
We'll give you an apple juice
I'd
chaser.
probably
thank
do.
you. Yeah.
I'd probably do,
Apple juice chaser.
I'd probably do sugar on the tip though instead of salt.
Sugar. I was thinking, what's that fucking?
Probably cinnamon
What's the
too.
shit they put?
Cinnamon's probably a great chaser for
micheladas?
piss.
Pico de gallo and like.
Pico de gallo.
Pico de gallo.
You put pico de gallo in your micheladas?
Well, it's like a mix, like a powder, so they can put it around the rim.
Oh,
It's like a pico de gallo rim.
No.
I ain't gonna try to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Pico de gallo.
Oh, I had it. Yeah, it's pretty good, dude. I had it. Yeah.
You know, the black beans,
Tomato slices,
Yeah.
tablespoon of guacamole,
cilantro.
Dude, they used to put pico de gallo seasoning on chicken wings. Like,
Yeah.
it was fucking good, man. It was like,
Then why'd they stop?
well, it wasn't on the menu. It was just
you
one
know,
of the
the
guys.
border.
Yeah. Too many people were getting sick.
The pico de gallo prices have gone up since the election of the Trump administration.
Yeah, it's true.
Alright, yeah, we should. How long have you been doing stand-up?
Yeah, that's
all
right.
right.
There's a reason we have
Oh, yeah.
you here, other than just talking about
Oh, yeah.
pico de gallo and alcohol. And theft. Theft was heavy in the first half of the episode.
It's important that you
Derek
learn these
McFarland
things.
encourages theft. You heard it.
Yeah, I
here.
think so, to a healthy degree.
Just pay for
you
it.
know.
Yeah.
Nothing that would hurt anybody, but just give yourself a little rush every now and then. Feel the rush.
bonus points. Bonus points if it's from the man. Stealing from the man is
You
always
can start
alright.
small with like paper clips or erasers, and then work your
Yeah.
way up to
So
like
start at work.
Start with
Yeah.
teaching
Yeah,
supplies.
start at work, then work your way, branch out from work.
Dude, I fucking remember I worked at McDonald's when I was 16, and I had no idea how money worked. And I
You
was
don't
working
say.
the cash register, and I kept giving my friends free food, but I would ring it up, and they would pay me, and then I would just give them change back in the amount that they paid me.
Yeah.
And my register kept coming up short, and so they just took it out of my check.
Sorry, you were paying your friends.
I was buying them food.
You truly suck at theft.
That's so fucking stupid, dude.
It's like, hey, just got a shitty minimum wage job. How about y'all come eat on me for free?
He's like robbing a bank.
Keep
and
the change.
It's like robbing a bank and gets in. He's like,
Wait,
wait,
how long?
lock
How
the
long?
bolts.
How
You
long
can't
did
get
this
in.
happen before you realize that you're just buying your friend's meal?
It was like, it happened like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, okay.
And then, like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they took money out of my check. I'm like, fuck
Hold
that.
on. Did you tell your friends that it happened?
I can't remember if I told them, but I just remember, I think I was like, yeah, I don't do that anymore. They take it out of my check.
Oh, you didn't try to get that money back?
No, fuck no.
They're like, fuck you.
No, I was like,
Taco Bell.
that's on me. Like, I can't
Yeah.
be like, you owe me
Yeah.
after I did some stupid shit.
Yeah. You are really awful at theft.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it. That's why I got it.
You're the only thief that loses money every
Man, it's expensive being a thief.
But you know,
It's not
you
worth
chase your passion, sometimes you gotta pay
Yeah,
for
you
it.
gotta pay your dues. Just paying my dues, eventually I'll be good at it, right?
Eventually someone will let me on the big jobs.
Yeah, eventually they'll start paying me. You know? Just gotta learn the ropes.
Alright. How long have you been doing
How long have you been a
comedy?
thief? Oh, Derek McFarland isn't a
What
comic.
perspective?
He's just a thief.
I've been doing comedy for 5.5 years. So I started at the Hidden House, and then a year in, I started my own show.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get stage time anywhere, like, and I was getting pissed off. So, like, fucking, when I started, if nobody knew who you were, you couldn't get booked on shit.
Yeah.
Like, you would have to know somebody. The only way I started getting put on shows was because I would give Rob maybe rides everywhere. It's like, hey, can my friend get time? And he would just
It's kinda
get
how I
on
got
every
my
show.
shows.
Yeah.
Follow this motherfucker.
So you just gotta find a cool person to give a ride to a show, and then you get on, and that's how you become a comedian.
You're here. Stand-up comedy. Have a good car.
Know the right people to give rides to.
Get the right people rides home. There will be a lot of options.
Oh, yeah.
But
You might even get laid once or twice. Who knows? Just play your cards right.
You got laid by Rob?
You play your cards right.
maybe.
God damn it.
Now we know your secret.
Yeah, that's my secret.
You gotta sleep your way into the.
Yeah, I fuck a lot. Just ask anyone. Like literally anyone.
Derek McFarland stealing your heart after the third date.
So, what did you start first? The Catalina's open mic or Castaway Comedy?
So I started Catalina's with Glennon actually. Me and him started it together. And he was the only person that was actually on board with me.
Yeah.
Because I approached a few different people, and some people like started talking shit to me because I wanted to start my own show.
Wow.
And they're like, I'm thinking about starting my own show. Like, do you want to help out? And I'm like, it's not gonna last more than a month. Just like shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And I remember I told Rob, because he told me it wouldn't last more than 30 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, I looked at him and I'm like, I'm gonna do this, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm sure you will. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna fucking start my own show. I'm serious.
Yeah.
And then 4.5 years later, it's still going.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
fucking dope.
I'm glad I got to catch it before it ended.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a good experience.
Castaway's still going.
Yeah,
But
Catalina.
no, well, when I first started, they were still doing.
That was my first.
They were still doing. They were doing his Sunday show at Catalina's.
Oh.
So it was open mic Tuesday, Sunday was the show. So they Catalina's was kind of like it was a Raiders venue and a comedy venue.
Yeah.
That's what it was known for. And then he expanded it over to 6 Cents.
Yeah, I took the showcase to a theater because it was fun at the bar, like on the nights that it would go well. But we started to have a disconnect, like we just weren't getting along with the regulars, and like then there was this battle of like wanting to keep the jukebox on, or like fights happening at the shows, or almost
football.
Yeah, football. Like, so it was great for an open mic, but it wasn't the atmosphere that I wanted for a showcase. And Glennon kept telling me, he's like, dude, because I was trying to change the venue.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it nice and like invite a shitload of people and like make it a show. And he's like, you can't change this into what you want it to be. Like, this bar is what it is. You have to let it be.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that until after I moved the Sunday over to the theater. And I'm like, oh, I just needed to put it in the right place for it to be what it was.
Yeah. Absolutely. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Ended up working out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It was a fucking great experience.
So you did 4 years, weekly shows?
Yeah. 2 shows a week, 4 years. God. That's how I accelerated. You know what I mean?
I said I noticed you were one of the key figures.
Yeah.
Running a book show. And
I mean, it's just impressive that you were able to put that much energy that consistently too.
Dude, when my show moved, like when I did my last Sunday show at Catalina's, I cried after the show. I couldn't contain it. I was so emotional because it was just weird saying goodbye after that amount of time. Yeah. And so I was like, just to go, this is our last show and get off stage, like huge emotion.
Yeah.
Man, I bet.
Yeah.
Comedy,
there's so much emotion involved. Yeah. It's so crazy.
Like lots of people, and I was thinking about it because when I was like dating this girl and like the show ended, she's like, you brought like so much laughter over the years to people in that bar. You should be really proud of that. And like I am.
Yeah.
Man, that was the night. Like we just had those nights, and people could come be a part of that.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah, that's when Catalina's where I first started like hanging out with comics. It wasn't just I'm going to do my set. Bounce. Catalina's was like the comic hangout.
Yeah.
People be kicking it there, and that's what Glennon always said from the beginning. He's like, I want this to be like the hangout from Saved by the Bell.
so suburban.
But it ended up being a cool spot, and then I started playing pool with people, and like we just kick back and do the show. And
you're like the pool master.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Pool shark. That's why it sure has sharks on over.
I wear this when I play pool.
What a jackass. He's like, I'm gonna rock.
And then I lose.
The first game.
Yeah, I just get my ass kicked. But I do a lot of like fancy shots, and I wear sunglasses, and I just lose all the time.
Do you go and tell them beforehand, hey, here's $10, I'm hustling?
Damn, I'm such a thief.
Where,
Got him again.
Where have you performed at outside of Arizona?
I've performed in New Mexico, Colorado. I did, me and 3 comedians put together our own tour, and we did 3 nights in Denver.
Nice.
Or it wasn't Denver, it was like some other city in Colorado. But we did 3 shows there, and then the last show we ended up doing a show for like some city event, and it was at a theater that had 2 stories, like about me. I actually have the picture I'll show you, but the mayor had an event. There was like some huge city event with all of like the biggest local guys. Yeah. And the mayor and like the chief of police and everyone was there. And we ended up doing a show for them. And, wow. We got to hang out at their cocktail party.
Oh, nice. Like, that's really super legit. Awesome. Bro, you never know where comedy's going to take you. Yeah. Comedy will take you crazy places.
Yeah. You get some weird opportunities.
Yeah.
Just always be available and always be flexible and never complain.
Yeah.
Like that's...
Yeah.
Because nobody... The whole thing is, I was talking to... what the fuck was I talking to about this yesterday? I was just like... what I'm learning is you don't have to be extremely funny, but you have to be professional and easy to work with.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work with an asshole or anyone that's drama. It's just not worth the time.
There's for sure.
People out
There's exactly,
So just don't be an asshole.
Yeah, be easy to get along with.
You'll get opportunities. Yeah. Just by networking and being nice, like you'll get tons of opportunities. But if I can pull up that picture when my network doesn't suck. But yeah, it was a beautiful venue. It was very cool.
Yeah, it's super dope. How many people?
Probably about 150, something like that. It was such a tiny thing, you know.
And did you know that was going to be like one of the part of it?
I knew that we had 3 shows booked, and Chris kept talking about the last show. It was a big deal. Yeah. And I'm like, the first 2 shows we did, the first one was a bar show, and nobody showed up. But we had made contracts with the venues before we came down, so we had a negotiated amount that they were supposed to pay us. And nobody showed up, and I was like, well, I don't really, we talked about it. We're like, should we actually charge them the full amount? And I'm like, well, we can give them a break, but we did talk to them about the money. So we offered the guy, to do it for less after the fact. And he's like, no. He's like, we said we were going to pay you this. So he's like, let me pay you this.
Absolutely.
And he fucking went and did it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. He's like, that's on us. We didn't get people in here. He's like, that's not your fault. So, yeah. So here's the, that's what it looked like. I didn't get the whole balcony, but there's seats up there too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice room.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Was it clean?
It was, no, well, like they encouraged you to be clean, but it got dirty. And people loved it.
Yeah,
like,
good.
The raunchier jokes were getting a better reaction because they'd all fucking been drinking. Like,
it's
the mayor.
Everyone's drinking.
Dirty jokes.
The dirty stuff.
Especially when you just have this big ass party and you feel like a boss.
Yeah.
Like, you're the mayor. Who cares? Like, you're at this dope event.
The comic said it.
Yeah.
He's like, you're the fucking mayor.
Yeah, you're the mayor, dude. Relax.
Oh.
Everyone's here for your shit, man. Yeah, it was sick, dude.
That's pretty dope, man. Yeah, I wanna get out more. It's fun. It's fun getting outside of Arizona.
Yeah, it
and
is.
seeing, just testing your jokes in different environments.
I've heard Austin is a great scene.
Dude, have you been to Austin?
I have not. Let's plan a trip there.
I love Texas.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, Austin is so sick. 6th Street. Yeah, and I heard they have a great comedy scene out there.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, there was which I remember his name. There was an Austin comic out here before. Or you know what? I did a show with an Austin comic.
Who?
I gotta look it up. I hate that you meet so many people.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah, but I did a show with him at Off the Cuff, and he was from Austin. He's a super funny guy. Funny guy. It was a show I hosted at Off the Cuff for Olivia Grace. I'm so mad at myself. I can't remember his name. But this is a dope show. But yeah, and we should definitely do something like that.
I'm down, dude. Let's just plan a trip. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start hitting up festivals because I got my car fixed up, and I have a good submission video.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna want to do that shit.
Yeah, that's what needs to be my next goal, is a new submission video. Because my old ones are from when I was like 6 months ago.
Steve Merrick did mine. He's like really affordable.
Yeah.
He'll just like, he's easy to just get a hold of.
Yeah.
He'll be like, all right, where and when, and he'll show up and just record it and give it to you like the next day.
Yeah.
Like, easy. Yeah. I'll have him just shoot one for you.
Yeah,
I'm doing another New Faces, and then I'll probably just use that as my submission video.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be good.
Gives you a guaranteed crowd. Just do the bangers.
Yeah. The greatest hits.
Just hit a nice type 5.
Yeah.
Something that would get me booked. Like something where it's not all one topic. It's
somebody told me if you're gonna do a submission video, don't do any local.
Yeah, don't do any local jokes.
I don't really have any local jokes.
I've stayed away from that. I've stayed away, like, from the most part. Like, I have some stuff I'll say, but like, yeah, because if you have a whole set on local
where
shit,
are you gonna be able to take
where you can't take it anywhere. Yeah. That's a good piece of advice. Don't get too comfortable with local material.
Well, I'm even thinking outside of that. Like, my cousin lives in Germany and she wants me to come visit. And I have my passport. I just have to get a plane ticket and take time off. But there's all kinds of places to do comedy in Europe. But how is my comedy going to translate over to their culture?
Well.
You know what I mean?
I think well.
So
preferably you should translate it to German.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, this is edgy material.
Dang.
The only person who does that in this house is Captain America.
Okay.
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
Dang. He lost the other countries.
Hey, I got thrown off Captain America fights.
Here to here, Captain
Nazis.
Planet is only Captain America now.
No, I got Nazi. He put Nazis in my room.
Alright, Derek.
Edgy material.
Most important question: who would win, Captain Planet or Goku?
Goku. Yeah, no question. It's Goku, man.
Exactly.
I don't even have to think about that.
Yeah, no one has to think about it.
Now you two just put yourself in one
Okay.
category.
I said it at a table full of people the other day. Everyone was like, Goku, yeah.
Yeah, Captain Planet of the Earth, but Goku has fought like people who can destroy.
You hear
the
it here,
universe.
guys. It wasn't a surprise at all. Goku's winning.
Goku's one of the sickest fucking superheroes.
The best part of all of this is I literally have no stake in the question. I just found Captain Planet in like some of my old stuff, and I was like, hey, we need some extra stuff up here on the table. And then I was like, hey, this will totally mess with a Goku nerd like Dustin. He lost sleep over it.
No, he tried to say in another episode that Captain Planet could beat Goku.
Last episode.
Yeah.
And it was one of them.
Yeah, but no, and then I made a Facebook post about it, which made it even funner because lots of people had it. And everybody had the same reaction as me. Of course, Captain Planet. Because he has heart. Because he has heart.
Nice.
And Goku.
Boom.
Goku has heart too. He has a Super Saiyan heart.
Yeah.
That's died multiple times.
Right? Yeah, that's the strongest heart I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah.
If you give me a heart that brings you back to life,
Captain
I want that heart.
Captain Planet is just gonna turn Goku into a fucking tree and smoke him.
Captain Planet's fucking kryptonite is trash.
Bro, he turns people into trees.
Yeah, but what people don't realize is that even
he will turn Goku into a succulent and he'll be on your work desk in no time.
Let our guests speak.
Thank you, Dustin.
I'm sorry, guys. Josh is a dick sometimes. Go on,
Am I right? See, what people don't realize is that if Captain America fights Goku, Vegeta's just going to become Captain Planet. Whatever. Captain something or
Can't remember his name.
Yeah.
No. He's only fighting Goku.
Yeah, but Vegeta's
going to
remember his name.
That's an unmemorable.
Yeah, because
if
if Goku brings back up, you guys got to deal with the Planeteers.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
You're not ready for that.
Goku's got like 18 homies.
Yeah, he's
cut mountains in half.
That sounds like a lot of trees to me.
Captain Planet don't stand a chance.
And then afterwards, Goku's gonna be like, "Man, you sure are strong. Can we practice together?" It's like, "Fuck you, Goku. Only call me if the world is in need. I'll get out of here." Captain Planet.
Nah.
He's lost
There's
his
no
juice.
point arguing.
Yeah.
There's no point arguing.
Now that Captain Planet's made a small forest, argument's over.
Yeah.
His power is trees.
Yeah. And water. Don't forget about that.
Oh, and water. He can water the trees.
Yeah,
he has some earth
trees.
to put them in, and then he has some fire to light them up.
Yeah, if you're thirsty,
But
you can
game
fill
over. Sounds like game over to me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
He
saying?
can clean
No
up oil
Kamehamehas
spills.
or spirit bombs.
I've
or...
never seen Goku clean up an oil spill though. That's what I mean. Or
Yeah.
prevent radiation from
Nice.
leaking into water.
Yeah.
It's all 20th century problems.
Because he lives in a clean society.
Yeah.
Because he's defeated all the fucking evil.
Yeah, that's the trick. You have to kill all the people.
Captain Planet just hasn't beaten anyone. He's just still fighting pollution. Have you been outside
he
lately?
turns them into trees, which is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, that's great. We live in a desert. He's been failing here. Where's Captain Planet saving deserts?
He wouldn't ever mess with the natural ecosystem.
Yeah,
know
what
where
are
I
you talking
know?
about,
What?
bro? Yeah, what are you want everywhere to be a forest? Get the fuck out of
Nah,
here,
bro.
There has to
guy.
be deserts for the Earth to
Yeah.
be able to.
You know who I've
Come
never
on.
seen Captain Planet save? Syrians.
It is a very white-centered.
Yeah. You never see him over there turning Syrian terrorists into
Who has?
saving children. Definitely not Captain America.
Who's really seen anybody help them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't see that episode of the Avengers.
What?
They're saving everyone. They're just not all on camera.
Yeah. They can't afford cameras there.
We're just gonna focus on.
Bro,
swords on
the
the
only
Earth.
time they show that's like Iron Man when he first started, and he just went over to the Middle East and just fucking destroyed it.
It's like the whole narrative was they're
like,
bad people, they'll kidnap
war
you.
zone. The war zone is also your city. Boom. Shooting tiny rockets and tanks just fucking the streets up.
America. And give me a
Clearly-
cheeseburger.
Captain Planet knew to keep his nose out of their business.
Yeah. It's like,
Where's the...
they tried to help him and they just tried to kill him. He's
Yeah.
like, fuck this.
Yeah.
They don't want my help. I'm not gonna help them.
Yeah.
Like, they're very good about not littering, though.
Yeah, they're pretty good about that.
Yeah, plus, I think that one of the guys was like Syrian, the guy who had the monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Boom.
Yep. He had heart.
I don't think that guy... I don't think that's the actual race of him. I think it was a generalization made by
It was
a
just
white guy and a half white guy.
a brown guy with a weird accent and a monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what he is.
He's
man.
probably Moroccan, if we're going with monkey stereotypes
He's
on
Cuban?
shoulders.
I don't know. He could be Cuban.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had that time.
Oh yeah, we
felt
had that time. Yeah, we
Yeah.
felt it. All right. Yeah, we like to end off the show with a good piece of advice. Would you care to hit us with some pocket change whiskey advice?
Pocket change whiskey advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
For comedy or just in life?
No.
General thievery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you never pay more than half.
Yeah, we'll go with comedy, and then you can give us a general thesis on thievery.
Thievery. Yeah. Okay, I will actually have something for that. So,
He's written about it. He's prepared.
so in comedy, I would say the biggest piece of advice I could give is if you're first starting, don't get burned out on telling your jokes too soon. Because everybody who starts is like, well, I already told those jokes last week. I have to write new material.
Yeah.
Because if you never try a joke out a few times, you don't know if it has legs or how well it will work if you do it in different ways. And sometimes, yeah, everyone's heard it before, but you still have to get in the process of telling those jokes. Because when you do a club set, you need to have your shit polished. You need to have a set memorized and put together that you've done 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So you can do a club set. That's what
Absolutely.
they want, professionalism. So don't throw your jokes away. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of people out there.
Beautiful. Beautifully well. Very well put.
And you don't have to write new jokes every single set.
Yeah.
Just write something new for a joke that you have. Like,
Yeah,
for something.
exactly.
Or
Extend
working
a
the
joke
same way.
instead of joke. Yeah, instead of just having a watered down set of just hoping a bunch of stuff will work out when you could just keep polishing.
Absolutely.
Hammer away at that,
just chisel away at it so you have like a badass joke, and then you put that shit away and you don't tell it until somebody pays you to do a show with it. If this one's too good.
If it gets some laughs, then there's something there, so you gotta base it around where you got the laugh.
Yeah, it's like a painting. I mean, you don't just fucking paint the outline of something and then do a new painting of an outline. You gotta finish it. You know?
Yeah.
So there's that.
Painting advice, comedy advice.
Yeah, man.
Derek McFarland's a man of many talents.
Yeah. No, we really appreciate having you on.
Oh, your thief advice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there's this saying that I really love about stealing, and it says, anything that you take from somebody will be taken from you at some point, and anything that's taken from you will be returned at some point in life. That's just how karma works. So never fucking steal from anybody, because it's gonna happen to you eventually. So
I was like, he's explaining karma.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he goes, because that's how karma works. He gets like, don't steal. Karma.
I don't know if that was really a thief advice.
Don't steal or you'll get chlamydia.
And torn tongue ligament.
Yeah. Got the tongue to prove it.
Torn his TTL.
Go ahead and let the people know where they can find you on social media so they can keep following you.
All right. Instagram, Derek T. McFarland. Twitter, Derek T. McFarland. Same with Facebook. I have a website. Just go through my Facebook thread because I haven't bought the name to a website yet, so it's like a bunch of random shit. It's ZXHYL311. But my website's linked to all my social media, so I put all my upcoming shows on there. There's a newsletter you can sign up for. So, yeah, man, I'm excited.
Yeah, man, you fucking out here grinding, killing it, man.
Fuck yeah.
Respect the fuck out of you.
Oh. One thing, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I'm going to be starting a new podcast. I don't know exactly when.
Get it.
Within the next month, I'm going to be starting it, but it's going to be called Under the Influence with Derek McFarland, and I'm going to interview people who have influenced me, like, really huge in my life. Like, I want to do an interview with my dad first because he's, like, a working musician, so he's given me tons of advice on being an entertainer and, like, how to be professional. So I want to interview people like that can just help put that word out, like how to interact, how to be professional.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I love the thought of that. That's gonna be dope. The influence with Derek McFarland. Make sure you guys tune into that.
It'll probably have a better budget than us. It'll probably sound better.
I think Bubba's gonna help me like figure out how to do my first episode, and then I'll probably take it from there.
Yeah. Nice.
Are you doing video or
no? Just audio.
Just audio.
And like part of the main reason is like I wanted to do this like 2 years ago and interview my uncle, but he passed away before I could interview him because he was like a huge influence on my life.
Yeah.
And so my dad's getting older, so I want to do this before like
Why don't you just name the podcast Bucket List?
I was like, I hope he's not going around.
He went exactly the route we were all thinking about.
Oh, shit. All right, so make sure you guys check out Under the Influence.
It's basically just obituaries. Like
It'll be all of Derek's favorite people interviewed right before they die.
the best hospice podcast.
That would be a dope podcast. Oh, shit.
Just before your last breath with Derek McFarland.
Coming to a hospice near
final
shit.
Alright, you can find me at Joshua_H Comedy on Instagram and Twitter, and Facebook is Joshua Harrison.
You can find me at Dustin Cade on all social media. On everything. On everything. My first shirt's going to be on everything. Dustin Cade on everything.
Alright. And then you have Blazing the Scene. You can find us on everything as well. We're on YouTube, Spotify. Are we on iTunes yet? Are we still waiting for approval?
I'll check.
I think we're still waiting for approval. But as always, thank you, Sperry. Thank you to Derek McFarland for
Most
stopping by
definitely.
and doing this
One of my
podcast
favorite
with
people.
us.
Thanks, guys.
Fucking love
Appreciate
this.
it.
Thank you to y'all chiming in and hanging out with us for another episode.
Leave your
episode 12.
votes.
Yeah,
Captain
leave your
Planet
votes,
or
yeah.
Goku. It's pointless.
I
but-
think I gave some very valid points on Captain Planet.
I'm
being
sorry, our
shit.
first voting topic is the most one-sided fight ever.
Yeah, we'll figure.
Yeah, throw your vote in the comments.
What do you like better, pizza or cucumbers?
Orange juice or turnip juice.
But yo, thank you guys. Subscribe, like, send us comments, hit us with questions, give us anything you got for us, send it our way.
Come out to the shows, hang out with us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Peace.
Peace.